from the tap to tales galore. Oh, taste of stories, spinning yeast and grain. Mr. B goes round the world again. So if you like, then stick around. Cheers to the nights we banished all our fears. Mr. B will raise the bar, you bet. With every pint of ale we won't forget.
Hello, welcome back to the video, and this is a bit of a homebrew update, I suppose. Homebrew Wednesday number 3, and it's not on a Wednesday again. I will get one out on a Wednesday. I've got the glasses on my head, so it's just a little update really. So I've got a big update coming that'll be on the next video. Not quite there yet, but I'm getting there with that one. You'll have to wait and see. But this one is basically what have I been doing recently, what have I had. And if you've been watching my videos, you'll see that my family for Father's Day, which isn't Father's Day yet, but I couldn't wait because I'm too eager, especially when I've seen the actual, you may have seen it already, Trooper Pinter, the actual Pinter. Now that's homebrew still, so there's a Pinter all brewed in my fridge with Trooper, Iron Maiden's Trooper. Lots of videos at the moment coming out for me just on this beer. There's going to be a video very soon which I've just recorded, and it's the trying the Trooper. This is the Pinter Trooper against the actual original Trooper, so that'll be out on Father's Day, or it should be the next video after this. So yeah, it's about this. So when I seen this and I show my family, and you know, like a massive Maiden fan, I'm not a big Robinson's beer fan, but I don't mind the Trooper series, as you can see. I said, oh, I'd love that for Father's Day, so they ordered it straight away. It turned up and I was like, can I do it? Can I unpackage? Can I get it out of the box? Can I brew with it? And they said, yeah, go for it. So there's a video, an unboxing video. I mean, that's even the Pinter box itself. The fact it's got Trooper on here, the whole thing, the whole Maiden thing, I just love. And the whole, you know, the actual system, the way it looks, it's really well built. I'm really impressed with it. So you're thinking, well, what's this got to do with homebrewing? So I've done a how to brew video, the Pinter 3 with the Trooper. There will be, like I say, a tasting for the Trooper versus the original Trooper coming out soon as well. That's an interesting one. And this is really my thoughts on the process, the Pinter, and what I'm going to do going forward. And this is where I need help from the community. Let me just shut that fridge door. My electricity bill. So this is where I'm going to need help from the community as well. If you go to my community page, the whole idea, I've been looking at getting a Pinter for a while. As you know, I do small batch brewing, stovetop brewing. Wait for the next update though. And this little vessel was just another way of me being able to ferment. It's about, I'd say you get about 6.5 litres in there. Once you've added your 5.6 litres of water, and then you're adding in, you know, it's about 1 kilo, 945 grams of liquid malt extract. So you're around about 6.5 liquid, and then you have a brewing dock. You unscrew, and you probably lose about 500. So you're probably around about 6 litres in the actual keg, cask, whatever you want to call it, Pinter. So my idea, I've been looking at them for a while, is for me, I've got mini kegs, I've got little corny kegs, I do some bottling, I do like for homebrew comps, I've got me little counter pressure filler bottle so I can take some off my fridge behind me, of CO2 on them, and I just enjoy cask beer. So that's why I've been looking at the Pinter, thinking you're fermenting it, you're conditioning it, so it's self-carbonating, and then you pour from it. So sounds like a cask style, not fully cask because you're not letting any air in, but you can. I'll look into that. I thought, I'm really interested. It's small batch, perfect for me. So I brewed the kit, the Trooper one, But going forward, I want to brew my stovetop all grain beers to put into the Pinter, and I want to focus, because my stainless steels and all them, I will be doing pails of more modern beers. But I want to, I'm not saying you can't do modern beers in the Pinter, because you can. If you go and check out the Malt Miller, you know, they've done one, like a New England in the Pinter. I want to do some trad beers in the Pinter. I don't think there's any way I can send any out though, because I've not really looked into how you can bottle from that. You probably can't bottle from that unless you then bottle and add sugar and do a bottle condition. That could be one way of doing it. I'll look into that. But if you go to my community post, I've put on there 4 options, and I love this book, Let's Brew from Ron Patterson, because it's got some historical beers in here, and I think it's fantastic. Beers that I've never ever tasted, and I expect, well, some of them definitely no one's tasted, so I can't compare, but it's nice to think you're brewing something that was brewed 200 years ago, and you're just modernising it with the malts that you can get now, but your hops are pretty much the same hops, even though they change over the years. So if you go to my community post, it's on there. There's a mild, there's a bitter, there's a stout, and there's an IPA. If you go and vote, I'll be brewing that all grain in July, and I'll do the brew day video, and then I'll do me doing like the Pinter as well, doing an all grain in the Pinter, and then that pour and taste. So I'm looking forward to doing that, and I don't care which one of them styles gets chosen, but I'd like the community to get involved and choose it. So for me, that's what I want to use that for. What do I think of the Pinter? Well, the beer, it's good. It's good. It's not fantastic. It's not the best beer. It's nice, it's fresh, it's carbonated, which is absolutely fantastic. I've had to do nothing with it. Look at the process that I did that video. It's got what every liquid malt extract kit has, and that's the homebrew twang. It's hard to explain the twang. It's just got a little note right at the back, just to let you know this is a kit beer and it's not all grain. There's a huge step between an all grain tasting beer and a full extract beer, so it has got that right in the background. But I remember doing a kit beer when I first brewed, and I did it once, and I was like, I wanted to go straight into all grain, so I did. So it reminds me of that, and I've had home brews off friends, and it's always got this little twang that's there, and it's really hard to describe. I used bottled water. I didn't do any water chemistry with this one. I just used bottled water from Tesco's, because that's real good low mineral water. So use that, and I'd recommend anyone doing a Pinter to do the same. If you're not going to, if you can use tap water, and like I'm going to do my all grain, I'll treat the water, and that's different. But if you just want a straightforward brew, get some bottled water from Tesco's. Apparently that's the best one to buy, the Tesco's one. So it has got that twang, but it's not off-putting. It's just right in the background. But this tastes really good, and I would brew this again. I never thought I'd say that. I never thought I'd say I'd brew another kit beer again. But after tasting this, and Mrs. B tastes it, and she also gets that little twang, but it's not off-putting. It's not, it's just there, and but the beer's fine, absolutely fine. So yeah, what do I think of it? I think it's a really good vessel. I've only brewed with it once. I know people have carbonation problems with it. I pour it, the tap, really slow. I've not had any problems at all. None of this. You see them and they're getting a full glass of foam. Not had that at all. Really slow pour. I would recommend that you maybe bring it out for a beer like this. Bring it out of the fridge, let it sit for half an hour, then do your pour, or do your pour and let your beer sit for half an hour, just so it warms up, because you get more flavour from that style of beer. Maybe if it's a pale ale or an IPA, leave it in the fridge, definitely. But for me, going forward with the all grain stuff. It's going to be trad stuff. I may do a bit of a modern one on it or something, but that day will be coming out of the fridge, served, and then back in the fridge, because the idea is you pull on the handle and that contained carbonation, that pressure, sorry, starts to go down as you pour beer. But when you put it back in the fridge, and because it's still sealed, it'll build up again. So the next time you've got enough pressure in there to serve again. I don't know why I'm doing all this. So I do like it as a vessel. Now, might change my mind once I start to brew on it. I don't know. But it's contained. It was simple. It fits in the fridge. It's done the job, as in it's carbonated the beer. I followed the rules on the app. 7 days brewing, 5 days conditioning with this. I would push that to 10 days brewing and 10 days conditioning before I tried it again. I'm not going to try this beer now. I'm going to leave it in there for a week, and I guarantee it clears up a little bit more and it will have an even better flavour. Just condition that a little bit longer. So if you're going to do one, I go 10 and 10, unless it's got dry hopping, or if you want to do, you can cold crash. People do cold crash, so that's where you put it in the fridge stood up, and a lot more will drop out, so you can do that for a day or two in the fridge, then do the conditioning stage. But yeah, so that's what I'm up to. That's what I want to do next. I want to brew some small historical beers, put them in the pinter, serve them, and they're there's going to be no forced carbonation in there, natural carbonation, and I just think it will suit some of these historical beers. So if you don't mind, go in, check in on my community post, voting, and then in July I'll be brewing the beer that comes out top. I think at the moment the mild is winning. So like I say, any of them beers I'm quite happy to go ahead and brew. So that's my home brewing update. I've not done any all grain brewing since the last video, but there's a big update to come on the channel, my homebrew journey. There's a big one to come, and I'll leave that there. And yeah, so pinter for me, I think it's worth it, especially because I'm moving forward doing all grain stuff on it, which I'm really excited to do. Let me know below if you've done this. If you've got a pinter and you've been doing all grain on it, please let me know. And let me know if you've got this book, because I love this book from Ron Patterson. I think it's great. Tell me if you've done any recipes as well. And if you don't mind just hitting that like, subscribe, it definitely helps the channel, and it helps just going forward. Okay, thanks for watching. Hope you sort of stuck around to enjoy that. I'm sorry it was a bit of a long one, but it's just my thoughts really on the pinter. It's a good little vessel, it's a good little machine, and if you are not into all grain, I think you'd enjoy these beers. And I bet you the other range, they've got lots in the range. They've got IPAs, stouts. I think they're going forward. They've actually announced they're doing Adnam's Ghost Ship. That'd be interesting as well. That'd be an interesting beer to brew. And they've also got a Guinness Porter and stuff. So if you're not interested in the all grain, I think it's a great vessel for someone who's coming into home brewing and they just want something that's quick, easy to brew, in the fridge, pouring your own beer in in about 2 weeks. It's definitely worth a go. Okay, cheers, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on another one.
So if you like, then stick around. Cheers to the nights we banished all our fears. Mr. B will raise the bar, you bet. With every pint of ale we won't forget.